Hello, you guys. My name is Britt Nicole, and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today, I will be talking to you guys about the day in the life of an optometry student. So, to just start this video, I will give you guys a general introduction of who I am. I'll talk a little bit about my class schedule, what a typical day in a weekend is like for me as a professional student. Also, I will share with you guys how I stay sane throughout this entire journey. And then to end this video, I will share with you guys 3 things that I did to arrive to where I am today. So just to get started, once again, my name is Britt Nicole. I currently attend UAB, School of Optometry. I am pursuing 2 degrees. So my first degree is a doctorate of optometry. My second degree is a master's in business administration. I am a first year, so this past summer I started my first semester of my MBA degree, and currently right now I am in my first semester of my doctorate degree. So what my schedule is like for this fall semester, I am currently taking 28 credit hours. I'm taking this intro to optometry course. I'm taking another course where they lecture to us about different topics in optometry. I'm also taking a fundamentals course. The fundamentals course is a course that the dental and optometry students take together, and it's basically just a course that tests you on basically the prereqs that you had to take in order to get into dental and optometry school. Also, I am taking ocular anatomy, I'm taking optics, I'm taking physiology of the eye, and I'm also taking biochemistry of the eye, along with all the labs that go along with those classes. So what's a typical day like for me during the week? Well, let's say a Monday. Let's say it's a test day and it's a Monday morning. So for my fundamentals class, we always have a test every other Monday, and the test is normally from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And so for this fundamentals class, we will basically get 18 to 20 lectures within 2 weeks, and we'll have a test, which is just for an hour, and we will only have 50 questions. So basically, you'll have to try to figure out what's important out of all those 20 lectures and what would be tested on. Majority of the time, the professors will tell us what to focus on, and sometimes there are those professors who would just lecture. They don't tell you, so you have to kind of figure it out. But yeah, so our test is typically on Monday mornings from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. After that, we will have a fundamentals lecture from 10 to 12. And so within that 2-hour lecture, we will stop and have a 10-minute break. After that class, we will have an hour lunch break, and then we will go to physiology of the eye from 1 to 3 p.m. And we'll also have a 10-minute break in between that 2-hour lecture. Once we're done with that class, we will have ocular anatomy, and that's from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So on Mondays, especially on test days, the days are very long. They're really drawn out. I'm typically tired after I finish taking the test, and the fact that I have to sit there and take a test and then sit there for roughly roughly 5 hours of lecture after that, that could be very tiring. But hey, I'm getting through it. So yeah, that's that. So that's what a typical Monday is like. On Friday is normally our light day. So we will have 2 classes. Our first class is at 8 a.m. to 9:50. So it is a 2-hour class, and it's an introduction to optometry class. I really, really like it. Our dean normally teaches that class, and they're just very interesting topics. She does a wonderful job with that class, and I really enjoy it. After we're done with that class, we will go back to fundamentals, and so we take fundamentals every single day. And so Fridays from 10 to 12 is that fundamentals block. Once we're done with fundamentals, we are done for the day and the week also. So if it's the weekend before a test, normally I am studying, and that's that. If we don't have a test, what I'll do on the weekends, I'll probably sleep in. I'll cook breakfast. I'll probably go work out for like an hour or go walk around the lake. I'll go get my nails done. I'll go get my eyebrows done. I'll go get my hair done. I'll go grocery shopping. I'll just pretty much live my best life on the weekends that I don't have a test, like within that following week. So yeah, I really, really love it when we don't have tests. So this past week we had 2 tests and a quiz. And so this weekend I really don't have to like sit there and study, although I do have to study, but we don't have any tests at all next week, which is simply amazing. But after next week, we do have a test every single week leading up to finals week. And within finals week, we do have 3 tests back to back to back. So I'm gonna do my best to enjoy this weekend and enjoy next week, because after that it's like we're going full speed, you know, towards the end of the semester, and I'll be done. So yes, that is what a typical day and the weekend is like for me. So what I do to stay sane throughout this process, let's be honest, I eat, I enjoy eating. I actually go to Bible study during the middle of the week. So I have found my Bible study group to be extremely, extremely supportive. I absolutely love my Bible study group. I love my church. For those of you who are in the Birmingham area, Centerpoint, Trustville, Hoover, if you're looking for a church to visit, I do attend New Life Church, and it's off the Roebuck Parkway. So it's like you have to take the Roebuck exit. It's 400 Roebuck Parkway, Birmingham, Alabama. That's the address. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a home church or just a church to visit, I definitely think you guys should come. It's an amazing church. It's a multicultural church, so there is no predominant race. It really feels like heaven, y'all. Like, I'm not exaggerating, because it's like seeing everybody in there just worshiping and praising God is amazing. But yeah, so my Bible study group, going there on Wednesday nights throughout the week, it tends to give me a lot of energy. I feel encouraged. So just being around them, it really helps me keep my head above the water. Also, my family is very supportive. My mom, she's super supportive. My aunties, they call and check up on me. My sisters, they blow my phone up all the time. But I love it. I will say that. I think another thing that really, really helps me stay above the water is basically praying, reading my Bible. I have this wonderful app called Daughters of the King, and I tend to look at that app, and it's always on point, y'all. Like, I really believe whoever like created this app, whoever write the content, they're always tapped into the spirit, and so I absolutely love it. So that's pretty much what I do. Also, I watch YouTube videos. So I watch YouTube videos to just relieve stress. Also, I like candles around my house. And something else that like I recently started doing was just cleaning up my house. Just because outside of my house and at school, it's a lot going on. So when I come home, I like to come home to a clean home. So what I'll do, I'll just start cleaning up my house. It's just really, really weird, but that's what I do. And then something that I recently started doing last month, I would take myself out on dates. So I have this night, it's Thursday nights, I have something called, you know, date night. And I date myself. So I will take myself to like a restaurant, somewhere that I really, really like, or I will come home, do like a face mask, or I'll just do things that's centered around Brittany, things that I like to do, things that make me happy, things that are very fun. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I do to stay sane. And I also sometimes, I don't do this all the time, I probably should, but I'll just go work out, or I'll hit up the gym at my apartment complex. It's really nice, and I'll pay for it in my rent. So I'll just go there, you know, to just clear my head. And that's always helpful. Like, there's never been a time where I will go work out and I don't feel better. So yeah, that's what I do to stay sane. So that's pretty much everything that I have to talk about. Since this is the first video, I didn't want to make it too long. And so just to wrap up the video, my 3 tips. So the first thing I did to get to this point to where I am today is I shadowed. So I shadowed several doctors. I shadowed nurse practitioners. I shadowed physical therapists. I shadowed a medical doctor. I shadowed a nurse. I shadowed a GI surgeon. I did a lot of research, and so I basically tested the waters, and then I kind of figured out, okay, what career profession I really like, and the lifestyle that I want to live. I kind of figured out what career is more so geared towards that lifestyle, and so I ended up picking optometry, of course, and I think this is like the perfect field for those who are wanting to, like, for the women who are wanting to have kids, who are wanting to get married. You can still have that patient interaction. You can still make a really good living. You don't really have to deal with blood. You can make your own schedule. It's just something that, like, I really like, and I think is the best career for the lifestyle that I want to live. So yeah, just shadowing and doing my research. Another thing, while in the process of shadowing, and once I figured out that I wanted to do optometry, I sought God about it. So I prayed, I presented it before God, and I said, if this is your will, I want you to, like, lead me in the directions, put me in contact with people that I need to be in contact with. And so I ended up coming across some amazing doctors, Dr. Handy, Dr. Carr, Dr. Wallace, just a lot of amazing doctors. Oh yeah, just seeking God about it. And if it's God's will, just know you will end up where you're supposed to end up. And also, he'll put the right people in your path that you need to get to where you're trying to go. You can't have everybody, in your circle. You can't have everyone walking this journey with you. So if you let God lead you, you will have the right people by your side along the way. Also, the last thing is I would say is pretty much just be consistent. I know sometimes we'll kind of get ahead of ourselves when things don't work out the way we want them to. Just believe and trust God's plan. God doesn't make any mistakes. There is a season for everything. If you apply to professional school, whether it's medical, dental, or even just grad school, and you don't get in on your first try, that's okay. Maybe God is testing your faith, because all these things that we do in, like, pursuing education, all of this is God's will. So whenever it's the time, for you to get accepted into whatever program you're applying for, it will happen. God is a perfect God. He makes no mistakes. And if you just trust and depend on him and let him lead you, just like the Bible say, a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his ways. Just trust God. There were times for me where I kind of got discouraged and lost faith along the way, but I remember what God promised me in the beginning. And so I may even just share my testimony on here with what God shared with me before I moved to Alabama. And it's so crazy because everything God promised me has literally came to pass except one thing. And I honestly believe that is coming to pass very soon. So yeah. Those are my 3 tips. Shadowing, taking whatever career that you wanted to pursue, take it to God, lay it at the altar, listen to whatever it is he has to say, and just be consistent. Be consistent in all things. Just be prayerful about it and just let God lead you. So yeah, that wraps up my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.